We want to jump over now to Michelle Miller. She's standing by at Bellevue Hospital. That's on Manhattan's east side, where many of the wounded have been taken. Michelle, what can you tell us about some of those who have been injured, what they have reportedly been saying, and what's happening with them now?
Well, Bellevue Hospital is a level 1 trauma center. It is the closest one to the crime scene. What we can tell you is that 5 of the injured were sent here, transported by ambulance for emergency triage. 2 went immediately into the OR because of the severity of their injuries. This is what we do not know. We don't know their conditions. We don't know if any of the 5 are among the 8 known dead. We don't even know if the suspect is one of those who was transported to this hospital. Of course, NYPD reporting that the suspect was shot in the abdomen by police officers as he was attempting to flee. And we can just tell you 6 other people were transported to Lower Manhattan's New York Presbyterian. That's just a few miles away from here. There isn't a lot being said to us. Some of the people we spoke to coming outside of the hospital tell us that there seems to be a larger than normal police presence inside. Police officers checking IDs, making sure people are who they say they are and where they're supposed to be. But other than that, it's relatively quiet here on the east side. We're on the east side of Manhattan. The FDR was shut down, but now it appears that traffic, as you can see behind me, moving quite vigorously down this path of First Avenue. With Bellevue, as you can take note that there are patrol cars with their lights blaring behind us. So the NYPD keeping a close watch on Bellevue, where 5 of the injured are now being cared for. Errol?
That's right. The NYPD being careful not to confirm the location of the suspect after reporting that he had been shot, this Sayfullo Saipov. But Michelle, as you were speaking, we were looking at just some of the aftermath. The Home Depot truck he was believed to have rented and driven a mile at least down this bike path. The front end of that truck looking completely smashed in, bikes strewn across that path area, and the school bus that this truck apparently hit also showing massive amounts of damage. I shudder to think of what the doctors are dealing with behind you in the hospital there. Have any of the injuries been described to you at all? Have witnesses shared what they've seen happen to people?
Well, no, because many of the people were not admitted into the area where those who were injured were transported. I am sure that it is a very chaotic situation inside the ER. ERs are often chaotic, but as you described, that scene, I can imagine there were a number of traumas that took place here, and 6 people were pronounced dead on the scene before being transported, as was reported by the NYPD. So it is not known the level, as I mentioned, or the severity of their injuries, but the fact that we know that right now 8 of the 12 that were reported to have died of the injured, it seems pretty grave at this particular point in time. Again, the 5 here, we don't know if they are grave, if they are doing well, but we do know 2 are right now in the operating room.
Yeah, Michelle Miller outside Bellevue Hospital there for us on Manhattan's east side, trying to gather what the picture looks like for those injured in this terror attack. Michelle, thank you.